Okay. Hopefully I can make some good progress despite being late again. Eventually, if you're late just enough, it just becomes your regular schedule. I was like, oh god, come on, I stream at ass o'clock already. uh... Okay. So, oh, whoops. Oh, hold on. This cup I have spilled some water on my... Okay, thank god I didn't spill water on my keyboard. Cause like, I got this drink, or I got my like lemonade, I mean, and like there's like a whole bunch of ice and stuff, and because I overslept, all the ice melted. I was supposed to take a nap for like, I think like 30 minutes or less, but then accidentally slept for an hour and a half, and then I looked back on my phone. I accidentally, or like, I guess I just accidentally set the timer for like more than an hour instead of just 30 minutes. I'm like, oops. But okay, what were we up to at this point? Let's see. Oh yeah. The last night in game, Heiyu got raided by what seems to be Revash. Of course, the SSS doesn't know it yet. But apparently, Revash has just raided the building, and apparently with just their subordinates, no Garcia, just the cronies, with their what's it called again? The type of machine guns they use, the Chicago typewriters, basically. It's just 10 cronies, just laid into the building all by themselves, and just further pounding in like this trump card that Revash has pulled out, which is also apparently, well, we haven't made the connection yet, but it's apparently also affecting other individuals around Crossbell. Gantz, he was a complete loser at gambling. Like, couldn't help but just lose his money over and over. All of a sudden, he's a gambling god. 500,000 mira in the bank. And he's just living it up in Hotel Millennium with hostesses and everything. Just drinking to his heart's content with sexy ladies. And he's become an arrogant jackass. A complete personality shift. And also, I was reminded of, because I'm not sure if, like, I don't think you really consider that spoilers. It's more like reminding me of what happened beforehand, so I don't really mind that. But, like, yeah. Also, Ernest. You know how he was back then? Like, just kind of telling Ellie, like, about how she should, rethink her position at the SSS and going to help, her grandfather instead, the mayor. With government work instead of wasting her time at the CPD and stuff. But then that wasn't exactly like the biggest thing. But then what happened afterwards during the Ark & Seal performance when he just went batshit crazy, going, I'm gonna become the mayor of Crossbell. I'm gonna kill Mayor McDowell. Like, that part where he just went, like, off the edge. That could have been something that Revash had something to do with. Because, like, he was in, like, some complete, like, state of, like, frenzy or insanity or just something. As if he was drugged up or hallucinating or something just came over him. Because keep in mind what the police has said, or have said, after they try to talk to him. After arrest, he was in a complete state of shock over what he has supposedly or reportedly done. Attempted assassination. Although I'm not sure about the whole embezzling funds thing. Was that going on way before? Or I'm not sure about that. Because like, I mean like that the whole like Ernest like connection. I kind of like have some doubts about what Revash is doing and what Ernest did there? Because, like, didn't they say that the embezzling and stuff, like, was taking place over several months or something like that? Or could this have potentially have been Revash, like, slowly doing something and testing, and maybe, again, I have no proof for these, like, theories. Maybe they're testing it on him slowly, that he kind of developed more and more of these illegal and immoral behaviors of embezzling, and then that moment at the very end of chapter 2 when he went for the assassination attempt. So, well, what was it? Who else? They mentioned, oh yeah, these, stockbrokers. So, a stockbroker and, other was a manager of a trading company. Yeah, they're both doing poorly, but then all of a sudden had their luck turn around and make some crazy profits, as if they could predict the future, just like Gans. What was it? Yeah, used to be awful, but gained great intuition. Same as the guys before. Okay, maybe the Ernest thing, like, I don't know, maybe they'll bring it up, maybe they won't, maybe they'll bring it up in some other way that's slightly unrelated to this, if not completely. But I'd like to think that they're connected. We just need to find the leads, or we just need to connect the dots, no matter how far they might be. So we have basically 4 cases of people having these complete, like, behavior shifts and also luck changes as well. Okay, that was like, I really need to get better at summing things up, but yeah, we need to get back to the story at hand. Also, I need to double check something. Let's see. There you are. Okay. Thank you, cop. That'll do. Okay. Let's see. But as always, there's no doubt he's one of us. A vigilant protector of the special support section. Agreed. I imagine he will eviscerate any suspicious characters that dare enter. Oh yeah, also I double checked, no new side quests or anything. And even though this is day 2, we still need to wait to the next chapter. Oh, right, I keep forgetting to make those peculiar dishes off stream. Because, oh boy, do you know how long it'll probably take to just save load my way to just getting all these peculiar dishes. Peculiar? Yeah. I don't know why I always feel funny about trying to pronounce peculiar. Peculiar? Yeah, I don't know. It's just something weird with my tongue that's just like kind of like twisting itself for some weird reason. Even though I'm probably, I don't know. I don't know why I'm being so conscious about it. But anyways, let's see what they have to say. Sergey's cleaning up the kitchen after breakfast. If the Mafia's involved, it should fall to the First Division. They can't ignore a case this big. I'll head to the department to ask them about it, just in case. That's all I got. Dismissed. I'll head to blah blah blah. He is in the kitchen, cleaning up after breakfast. If you figure something out, you better tell me, okay? Will do, Kea. Or Kia. Cleaning, cleaning. If you figure something blah blah blah. Okay, that's the same thing. Actually, wait, maybe I should also check out, let's see. Is there any missable for this, or can I just head straight to, can I just head straight over? Let's see. Oh, just continue with the main story. Thank you, guide. And yeah, like they said, fast travel is disabled. Let's see, Dad's been really strict today, but I know he loves me, so I'll listen to him. Wait. Heard about accident over Harbor District, gonna keep him close on my daughter for time being. Okay. Just a concerned dad. So many police officers today. They've been patrolling the city since the morning, I think. Oh, of course. I can't find my issue of Crosswell Times. I must have left it at home before heading out. Saltair likes to leave the kitchen during his shifts. Most of the time, it's due to the dishes he makes directly to the customers. Because they don't understand we have a waitress for that. I was finally able to experience an Arkansas show yesterday, and it was amazing! I'm definitely going to pick up the fan book I saw. Chef keeps peeking out of the kitchen for some reason, waved at me when their eyes locked. What's his deal? Alright. Huh, it was actually worth it to play in a group of 3. Alright, Momo, from now on you're part of the squad. Yes, let's keep playing together. Us 3 are hanging out today. Didn't you know? It's more fun to play in a larger group. Here, Momo, I'm going to pass it to you. Get ready to catch it, okay? I'm ready. We've seen a surge in customers that are also travelers. It burns my mood to see how much people care about our bread. Gotta hand it to Oscar for all his hard work. We were recently featured in the Crossbell Times, and it was all thanks to his efforts. Oh yeah, wait, did I read the Crossbell Times this chapter? Oh yeah, I didn't read chapter 12 of Dr. Glenn yet. Mayoral election, okay. Yeah, you know what, I might as well just read it right now. Wait, let me look at this one again. Should we consider crystallization? Okay. Alright. Chapter 12. The Operation. Rufus summoned doctors involved with the procedure, now taking place in 2 days, to one of Ameria's conference rooms. He introduced the cure as Glenn's new, more efficient version of an existing technique. The other doctors received him coldly at first. Glenn, a man running a back alley clinic downtown. Could his skills be trusted? Few of them knew of his past fame. Thanks to Rufus's keen recommendation, Glenn's detailed rundown of the procedure, they withdrew their objections one by one. Until the day of the operation, Rufus and Glenn went over the procedure again and again to ensure it would go as planned. Nurse Sherry continued to reassure Hugo. Unlike when he was certain he would lose his hands, his eyes now seemed alive. Finally, the day of the operation arrived. Hugo's parents, busy with work, hadn't come to visit until then. But on this day, they made time. I'll see you soon. These could have been his last words. For this reason, he smiled at his worried parents. The presence of 2 excellent doctors firmly reassured him of the odds. The doctors brought him to the operating room. They sterilized equipment and prepared necessary surgical instruments. Glenn, the operating surgeon, stood before the patient, now under anesthesia. The other doctors, led by Rufus, took their positions. Glenn had tidied himself, now wearing light blue surgical attire. He tied his hair up, hiding its normally unkempt state while adding an air of elegance. Nurse Sherry, too, attended as an assistant to Glenn and Rufus. She exchanged a glance with Glenn, and he nodded. Well then, I'll start the procedure. The scalpel was handed over to Glenn, and it began. The incision lines were marked on the boy's bare chest. With a practiced hand, the scalpel moved over the marks, exposing the inside. As man evolved, so too did the human body refine itself. Anatomical parts reconfigured as one, like an elegant link of orbital gears. However, bodies break down due to illnesses and injuries. It is the doctor's job to fight this and protect the elegance of life. Each time Glenn performed the surgery, he felt delighted to perform his duty. He was grateful to the goddess for giving him his talent. With his skillful scalpel movements, the procedure was progressing smoothly. Everyone observed Glenn's artful surgical diligence. Sherry wiping the sweat off his face, Rufus handling surgical tools, and the other doctors supervising key elements such as equipment and anesthesia. At last, the boy's heart was exposed. It must have taken a long time, but everyone felt he reached that point in the blink of an eye. A sinister dark growth clung to the surface of the otherwise healthy organ. This was a tumor associated with crystallization. It had taken the life of his lover, Katerina. A little more. Oh wait, no, just Sherry. A little more. Hang in there, Hugo. Sherry spoke to the sleeping boy. At that moment, Glenn's hand stopped. It stopped! No! It can't be! What happened? Where's the blanket again? Betty's been too antsy to sleep. Now that she's on the verge of completing her newest creation. She's a mess. Reminds me of sweet little Lloyd when Cecile used to look after you constantly. Hey, don't drag me into this. Man, I better put Bennett to bed before she ends up collapsing. 2 hours of fermentation at 144 degrees. Oh boy. She's gonna sleep standing up. Do I want to do anything else? Another large purchase. Oh my god. This guy's gonna make another freaking purchase. Levick, please. The budget's frozen. Disagreements over materials used. Let's see, anything with Mr. Grimwood? Oh, up and at it early this morning, aren't we? Has something happened? If you need to discuss anything, feel free to take a seat. No, actually, sir. We have reports that Heyu Trading Company was raided by an unknown group of assailants. By Idios, is that true? We're actually on our way to check it out now, actually. Everything we've heard points to Ravash being our perps, though. An attack like that in the harbor. I can't say I understand what was going through their heads. Ravash, that is. I can comprehend wanting to attack their main competitor, but something about this sounds sloppy, as if it wasn't planned. We're actually thinking the same thing. Nothing about this suggests the beginning of a full-fledged war between the mafias. Either way, we need to be cautious. I have no doubt businesses are going to flock to the office once they hear the news. With luck, they'll tell me something useful. Thank you, sir. Honestly, I don't think we've ever stopped by without owing you another favor. Raiding a competitor in such a populated area. Something about that doesn't sit right with me. Anyway, a lot of businesses will be feeling uneasy because of the situation, and we still can't ignore the possibility of retaliation by Heyu. Be careful with all this, everyone. Good morning. Did you need to talk to Mr. Grimwood about something? He just started today's agenda. Do I want to check through everyone? I don't really feel like it. I think I'll just check out the Hayworths. See if we can visit Ilya. Check the CPD. At this point, we're just checking. We're just checking like the main parts of each street, basically. Let's see, Hayworth's here. Alright, she's having her cooking class. Look at this. This is how he does it. This looks absolutely delectable. May I have another one, Sophia? Chomp, munch, munch. I'm pretending I'm daddy when he eats a lot of food. Aww. You know, having to pass by your husband yesterday, Kriya. I feel like he's become a little strange these days. Almost as if he's become more disrespectful. I haven't really thought about it. But now that you mention it, I suppose he might have started using harsher language recently. Maybe. So, has he or has he not? Rio is always so relaxed. But to see her gentle husband resorting to such harsh words, I worry for the relationship. What could have brought on such a change in demeanor? Oh, wait. Yeah, wait, I was right. Wait, who was telling me in chat that I didn't meet those NPCs? They're right freaking here. Father. Huh, what's wrong? It's nothing. It's just that, for the last little while, Father's been acting... You goddamn morons! What has happened to Father? He seems really off to me for some reason. What a bunch of morons. The price of those stocks tanked in freaking tanked in 3 days. They said they couldn't see that coming. This C&S business magazine is run by a circus of clowns. Wait, aren't I totally awesome? Well, whatever, it's all the same anyway. Yeah! Who the hell told me I didn't meet this fucking guy? Yeah, so this guy is one of the guys mentioned before, I believe by Grimwood. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, if you go to the IBC, I believe that guy at the couch is the other person who's turned into a more arrogant jerk. Let's see, what the hell? A temporary suspension of the crossbow times? Unbelievable! I am outraged! I look forward to reading through the column in the economics section in every issue. Are you trying to insult me? I mean, he is a trader and... Wait, that guy was the manager and this guy's the stockbroker, right? Or was it the other way around? Or... I can't exactly remember the positions. What's that new, Luke? Hidden quest from Imelda? I mean, I just read the guide, or just like read like the beginning of day 2 on the guide. It doesn't mention anything about Imelda. It's probably after I actually investigate Heiyu's building. But, I mean, kinda hard to check. Maybe some sort of thing under the counter. Oh goodness, Heiyu's office raided? Hehehe. This is quite the serious offense. I haven't been this excited in a good long while. Oh, who can say, after living in Crossbow for as long as I have, you start to notice incidents like this happen from time to time. Oh, how thrilling. Now, how exactly will Cal respond to such an embarrassing slight? Isn't that a tad bit reckless to say, ma'am? Yeah, Rarish & Co. is right down the street. Aren't you at least a bit worried? I suppose so. I am worried about real estate prices dropping because of this commotion. Oh, right, I forget how crazy she is about the real estate industry. Why haven't the police updated anything in the database yet? I mean, are they dilly-dallying or are they truly that incompetent? For crying out loud, why don't you start investigating already? She's running her mouth off like we aren't standing in front of her. Yeah. Oh. Whoa, what's going on here? Security seems pretty tight today. Yeah, they're a little more pissed off than I'd imagined. Wait, they did just raid Heiyu. They're probably on edge, worrying about a possible retaliation. I sense a great deal of tension and pain radiating throughout the alley. I'd advise against approaching them. It's a quest that actually has a DP requirement? I need over 288 DP for it to show up. That? Huh. I never heard about a quest needing or having a DP requirement. Stupid old man trying to feel me up. Oh man, I feel sorry for this. I feel sorry for this girl. I mean, it's just a thing that's sadly part of the business, but damn, she has to keep. She has to keep dealing with shitty people. A raid on their office? Seriously, that came completely out of left field. Given how things stand, I sure hope it doesn't explode into an all-out war. Okay, let's go pay a little visit to the Bracer Guild, and let's see, are Estelle and Joshua in? Nope, they're out and about. Ah, the SSS boys are back, eh? So, you've all come. Have you already heard the news? Yeah, I assume that means you're already well aware then. Well, yeah. We contacted everybody in the branch already, so they got it on the second floor. Had to prepare ourselves for a possibility of a war between two organizations. It's just as I feared. Damn, the police are slacking compared to you guys. I don't have much to offer in words, but know that our procedures are much different from yours. We've got our own way of handling an emergency, as I'm sure you do too. I think you'll be able to handle it if you conduct yourselves in the usual manner. Good to know, thanks. Heiyu's cow is an incredibly cunning man. I doubt he'll take this lying down. He'll probably have something, he probably already has something planned for Revash. There's not much we can do about it, other than to be prepared as possible. There's no doubt in my mind that Revash launched an attack on Heiyu's office. The real question is why they do something so unexpected in the public eye. But anyway, I want to get the full picture of the situation before we take any action. Oh, dang. Oh, you guys came. You hear about the big news about Heiyu today already? Yeah, we've already started conducting our investigation. No, we didn't even get there. Actually, I just noticed, haven't all the bracers gathered here? I see the Divine Blade of Wind is downstairs. He truly is a sight to behold. Yeah, they contacted all of us on our enigmas this morning. And that's why we all gathered here on such short notice. Damn, you guys are way too coordinated. Are you sure you're not just a bunch of slackers? But anyway, Revash sure left one heck of a mess for us to clean up. You said it, sister. Sure there might be less people there at night, but civilians still could have got up in their mess. I'm so pissed at the Mafia. I can't wait to rearrange their faces with my staff. Man, I want to scope out some of the details on the Mafia too. Those jerks barred us though. There's apparently some kind of agreement that lets police take precedence in times like this. So on that note, you guys are totally gonna do the sleeping for us, right? Right? Maybe. I thought I had a solid grasp on the situation in Crossbell. Well, when a situation like this occurs, it feels like there's a huge barrier to overcome. Fortunately, I think we're able to accurately assess the situation. We've got the Divine Blade of Wind himself, the young heroes of the borough, an expert marksman, a hard-ass refugee from the a physician, and last but not least, a specialist in the Taito School of Martial Arts. That's me, obviously. Even though we're totally stacked with highly capable bracers, we still need to exercise caution while working here. I recommend you follow suit. We should get a full search of the Mafia's compound going for now. With all the connections they have going for smuggling heavy weaponry into the city, they could start a huge gunfight at any time. I'd like you to focus on protecting the injured if an emergency happens, Aelia. Oh, I know. I got my role locked down tight already. Ideally, I prefer to search for a way to peacefully resolve this. Yeah, likewise. I'll have to prioritize gathering intelligence in order to pull it off. I may be a licensed physician, but I'd be happy if I had less work to do. After all, I mean that less people are getting hurt. Well, everyone in the Bracer Guild and Crossbell is all gathered here. I wonder. Let's see. How's the CPD doing? Actually, wait, does the guide mention any, like, optional event? Oh! Oh, right, I completely missed out on the list of, like, cutscene events here. Let's see. Oh, okay, okay. So, I forgot to check one more thing in West Street. A cutscene, with, Layette. Or some special dialogue. Oh, Tio. Tio's right here, man. Yes, what is it? You got a weary look on your face, so I thought you might be exhausted. Is it my imagination, or are you okay? I think it's just a bit of fatigue from investigating the Moon Temple yesterday. I may have strained myself a bit too much. Your dad's always saving us with her perceptive abilities. Yeah, she's helped us more times than I can count. Try not to push yourself too hard, okay? Yes, I understand. I don't know what happened, but it sounds like she had a rough day. Make sure you get lots of rest, okay? You're banned from straining yourself any further. And also a thing in, Oh! Apparently I thought I saw the thing in Residential, but apparently Jonah has something extra to mention. And apparently that dialogue changes if you go to the Heyu investigation first, and then talk to him after. Alright. Let's see. Jonah's stuffing his face with pizza. Oh. So, how's Heyu looking? Pretty nasty, I bet. We were just about to go check it out. Oh, come on, man. Now's not the time to be chilling here. Go. My customers don't like waiting for info, you know. So, you're just planning to circulate the details after we work for him, eh? Jonah, think very carefully about your response. Well... I just want to earn back a little Mira. Those information fees are killer. Come on, I'm just looking after my livelihood. This boy hasn't been disciplined once in his life, has he? Hey, I was surprised to hear something crazy like that, too, you know. Since I accidentally spilled the beans, could we settle on an installment plan? Come on, no need to look so angry. Jonah. God damn it, Jonah. Okay. That pretty much is about it for like all the other important things here. But I am curious about Wazzy and Wald. What's up, Wazzy? Something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just a little worried about what the Vipers plan to do. I heard a bit of a minor dispute going on last night. What's with all the commotion in the city? I think everyone's excited for tomorrow's full moon. Full moon? Aw. One of the Vipers has been behaving strangely. Oh, wait. Oh, right. The blue-haired guy that couldn't fight for his life is becoming some kind of, like, bloodthirsty, like, fighter or something. Like, he's picked up an attitude and wants to fight everyone. Right. So there's him. There's the dad in Residential Street. The other... I assume that guy's one of the two mentioned earlier, so then the other one, either the other manager or stockbroker, I can't remember which one, has their personalities changed. Gantz. And probably Ernest. Assuming we can somewhat tie that in if it is related. Depending. But yeah, now the Vipers. Mafia... Wait. Office abuse sent a bunch of people to the hospital where my old man works. Ops has been wandering around here again. Do us a favor and arrest them. Yeah. As returned home, heard about the incident in Harbor District. His house is pretty close to there. Huh. Huh. I can't believe I did that. I never liked him anyway. All I did was boss me around the whole time. Well, not anymore. Going in, everyone's totally shocked right now. Just you wait. By tomorrow, I'll be the great leader of the Vipers. Dino. The guy who was scared shitless at nearly anything potentially threatening, now wanting to gun for the leader of the Saber Vipers. The hell's the matter with Dino? Huh? But it was a one-on-one. And Waldo told us to quit your bitching. You think I can just ignore this? Something happened, guys? Yeah, you can say that. Dino, that idiot. Dino challenged one of our leaders, Jed, to a fight. It was totally insane. They kept trading blows until it was decided by an elbow to the jaw. You're just a newbie and yet somehow you managed to take down Jed? Impossible! I'll never forgive that bastard. Jed's one of the more senior dudes in our group, and he usually trains us. How do you absolutely destroy him? Something isn't adding up. Jed, go to the hospital. Now. Nah, I'm good, boss. Talking to me like this would be an embarrassment to the Vipers. Don't make me repeat myself, you dumbass. Get your ass to the hospital or I'll send you there on a stretcher myself. Sorry, I'll go. Oh my god. Watch yourselves, punks. You're on my turf and I don't like it one bit. Besides, you four have nothing to do with this. Go ahead and scram. Oh. Man, soon enough, the whole town's gonna go into a state of frenzy with more people being affected by this phenomenon. Do I think the Testaments will get jumped in the future? Probably not. I mean, right now, the rest of the Saber Vipers seem like they're behaving themselves. It's just Dino that's like the one acting the most out of character. Or the only one acting out of character. Everyone's like, what the hell happened to Dino, dude? Like, what the fuck? It's like, the dude actually wrecked Jed, and he's the guy that trains us. It's like, what happened? So it's kind of unlikely. If anything, Dino would start something, but then the rest would go, dude, what the fuck? It's like, what are you doing? Like, if someone's gonna start something, it's gonna be like Wald or something like that. Okay, maybe not Wald starting something, but like they'll start something as a group, not individually. And right now, it only seems that Dino's affected, and for now at least. Crossbow. Wait, what about it? Brace the guild member only have portrait and game title. See if I recognize who's who. What is this? Ah, Lynn and Aelia. Oh, she uses throwing knives? Oh, that's cool. Huh. Damn it, now they've gone and done it. If that cow guy pulls something crazy, there'll be riots in the streets. Are you trying to scare us with the dramatization? Kinda nuts and keep a straight face while spouting a line like that. Excuse me, ma'am, are you in possession of any information that may assist us in our investigation? Well, all I can tell you is that Revash's goons were behind that raid. I'm not an information broker, so I don't really give a flying rat's ass about all that stuff. If you want to get some info, go talk to them yourselves. Still though, poor Garcia must be having a hard time these days. He has a lot more gray hair ever since joining Revash. You know what? I know that I'm in safe hands if we were ever attacked. I was already used to that sort of thing. She'd beat anybody at their own game. The hell kind of store is this? Okay, was there one more thing I wanted to visit? I got the thing I want from here. Oh yeah, entertainment. Oh yeah, let's see. Didn't the mayor say that he was gonna go? Let's see. You know, we're still from Gans, feel uncomfortable holding that much money, so I went and donated to City Hall. Why would you donate it to City Hall? Why would you donate it to City Hall? In the official setting, Aelia is the medic of the guild. Oh yeah, like she's the medical expert or whatever. Oh my, why would you donate it to the city? Most of the politicians are hecking corrupt except for Mayor McDowell and other stuff. Oh my god. Oh, Gantz is gone. Artist by the name of Nicole works for us. Notice he's been training as hard as he can. Enthusiasm is impressive, pull an all-nighter to practice. Must try to have Sully give the stage a shot, only in the system that's about to change. Studying Illy's every move during practice. Could you want to be a star in the future? Hey, Plea, doesn't Nicole seem a little bit different lately? Oh, you noticed it too. I've been getting some weird vibes from him. It's as if he's a completely different person. Excuse me, is everything okay? Oh, the police officers have arrived. It's nothing serious, we were just conversing about Nicole. Right, apparently Nicole's been engaged in some special training lately. It's paying off too. His technique and strength have improved considerably. The strange thing is, his personality seems to have changed as a result. Huh, you think his personality's gone haywire? Well, I suppose it's possible. How often do people completely change overnight though? I wonder about that. I think people can change as long as they're motivated to do so. Or influenced by something. So wait, what's the count now? Nicole, that one father, the other person related to stocks or trading or whatever. Ernest. What was it? Nicole, those two guys, Ernest, Gantz. What was it? No, there was one more, right? Wait. Ernest, Gantz, those two, Nicole. Hold on. Oh yeah, Dino. Yeah, that's 6 cases already. All with similar symptoms. Personality change. Improvements in their physical or mental capabilities. Or luck. Oh boy. I'm sure Nicole must have had a life-changing experience like that. I think you're being a bit too optimistic. You know, I do seem to remember him disappearing for a while after the festival ended. It's entirely possible that something may have happened then. That may be true, but he hardly ever says anything to us. I have a bad feeling about this. Nicole's partaking in some rather ostentatious acrobatics yesterday. Has he always been such a peacock? Nicole's attitude has changed drastically in such a short time. This is what gaining confidence does to a person. Haha, another perfect rehearsal. I feel like I'm in perfect form. I bet I can even take Risha down. This ain't about taking each other down, it's about working together to make a solid performance, my dude. Everybody watching me was shocked. I can't get enough of this feeling. Serves all you naysayers right. Oh boy. Nicole's been in perfect form these days. I can't believe how well he performed during today's rehearsal. Crap, first Risha, now Nicole? Everyone's just leaving me in the dust these days. Nicole's operating stage controls on his own, with another all-nighter so he can practice. Oh, there's Ilya. Risha is far too kind, to be honest. He's such a jackass. She didn't have to leave just because he told her to. Hey, something the matter? Nope, none of your business anyway. Yeah. I don't think I can pull off that kind of acting. If we're going to add a scene, it should be something that's going to win over our dear audience's hearts. Be that as it may, I don't want the play to get sidetracked. I understand where you're coming from, but could you think about it some more? Not a chance. I thought you might say that. I believe they're holding a discussion regarding the play. The troop leader is distressed. I think we better leave them alone. Oh, yeah, about our earlier conversation. I mean the one about Nicole. He was definitely being a weirdo. I do think that his role in the play is a tad unbalanced. Oh, I know. Why don't we add a fight scene between him and Theodore? er, cut me some slack, will you? Let's see. Anything in Barca? Oh, actually, Gantz might... Yeah, Drake is gone. They're in the secret gambling room. Yeah, or not secret, VIP. Tourists playing against Gantz, their funeral. Samoan tried to challenge Gantz to a match, give him a warning, failed to listen. Blah blah blah, disappointing. Gantz's opponent's totally getting murdered. To tie Gantz once out of their 5 matches. Plays recklessly. I will quit if the ball is ahead if I were him. Yeah, no, it's not open. Okay, now let's head over to the Harbor District. I think I got all I wanted out of this. Oh, wait, the CPD. Whoa, a gunfight? What the heck is going on out there? How's something so dangerous happen in the middle of the city? I believe Fran only recently became privy to the details of the incident. Yeah, not any information is going to leak with how tight-lipped the First Division is. Oh, you're all here. The First Division is working their hardest investigating the raid on Heiyu's office. They've all been out there the whole morning. Oh, I see. Oh, they're really on the ball. I don't think anyone's outdoing the First Division on this kind of investigation anytime soon. You know, at this point with all the monsters that were like scanning and stuff, can they scale up the rewards? Like, you know, like after a certain amount of times we turn this in, could we get like 1,000, 1,500, 2K, like 1 new material, 2, 3, 4? Like, can we get an increasing amount because we need a ludicrous amount of U materials per chapter at this point. It took 10 per weapon. Like, as we're trying to upgrade everyone's weapons. See, a raid? Are they insane? We're blessed to have come out of it without any casualties. It'd be nice if we could arrest those dirtbags immediately too. And they'll be subsequently released afterwards. I wonder, could we talk to Mayor McDowell? I'm pretty sure he's pretty shocked about this. Or he's not there. Oh, right. They're probably in the middle of their meeting. Here's the memoir of a trader's exploits from 80 years ago. Huh. Oh god, why, wait, why is the outside of the Harbor District so laggy? I assume there must be like a lot of like objects and people there that it's actually causing the frames to dip below like 60 or 75 or whatever. Crossbow Town said suspend its thing today. Okay. Grace already rushed out, picking up the latest scoop. Figures. Take out the fresh coat of paint, see how dangerous Crossbow really is. Old office had a backdoor. Just in case the company ever got attacked. Huh, they have a back door? Oh god. Oh god, this... Why is it lagging? Oh yeah. Signs disjointed a little bit. Broken windows. Some bullet holes and stuff. Anything else? Oh, that stuff. This place is a mess. A raid will do that. Yeah, this confirms it. I'm seeing traces of heavy weaponry all over. At least they didn't resort to blowing them up with explosives. Oh, I see you guys are on the scene too. Hey friends, how's the situation looking? We rushed out here as soon as we heard the news. I don't know much yet. All I've heard is that shots are fired in the middle of the night. Definitely the others are in the middle of conducting an investigation. It sounds like the 1st Division took on the case immediately. Well, they are highly coordinated. We'd like to, We'd like to ask the members of Heyu some questions. You mind letting us inside? I suppose I could. I was only told not to let civilians pass through here. You'll have to make up an excuse to Deli for me, though. Of course. Thanks for helping us out. Our boy Franz. Hey, you trading? Never heard of them. They just anger the Mafia. I hope nothing bad happens. They are the Mafia. The Easter Mafia. The hell are the police good for? Wow, look at all the holes in the building. This kid. Oh, now the old man is sending her granddaughter home for her safety and stuff. I mean, it's nice that he's caring now, but at the same time, dude, your granddaughter wanted to spend time with you for like the past 3.5 chapters. Come on, dude. Oh yeah, wait. I wonder if we can talk to Mr. Kreutz or Maria Bell about this. Surely they've got something to say about this. Honestly, those imbeciles, is there a single brain cell amongst any of them? Whoa, calm down, Maria Bell. I take it you've already heard about the situation then. Well, obviously, it only happened within an earshot of here. How dare those barbarians have a firefight this close to IBC headquarters? Curse you, Revash. There would be hell to pay if this affects stock prices. Is that right? Well, considering the position you're in, I can hardly blame you for being worried. Give me a break. How dare this nuisance occur while father's away? I'm utterly dumbfounded by Revash's thought process. You know, part of me wishes that we can have Maria Bell as a party member. I would love to see the random kinds of stuff that she can somehow pull out. Oh boy, it makes me wonder, if she was a party member, what kind of combat style would she have? Let's see. Ah, Chief Roberts. I was asked by the folks about the IBC to lend a bit of my genius to the— Oh wait, I just noticed. I forgot that I lowered my bitrate from the last stream. I need to up that a little bit. My bad. We're smack dab in the middle of coding a system for the Open Network project. Or smack dab in the middle of coding a system for the Open Network project's second stage test. They brought the Chief out from the Epstein Foundation? Their work today must be terribly difficult. Chief Roberts can actually be quite proficient when he keeps his mouth shut and himself busy. As of now, he's classified as one of the continent's leading minds in the field of mobile technology. Furiously typing. Are his fingers even hitting the keyboard? How is this speed humanly possible? Furious typing. Miss Kreutz is in a particularly bad mood today. What's her problem? Since we're hiding down here in this basement, it feels like we're secluding ourselves from any current events. Man, I love my blue switches.